Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predictions for Manchester United's game against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last 16. It's the first leg. It is on Wednesday night, the 23rd of February. So I'm going to go for a draw, and the score I'm going to go with 1-1. It will be a difficult game, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have got some very good players. They have Luis Suarez, Atletico Madrid got Luis Suarez from Barcelona. Suarez has played in the Premier League before because he used to play for Liverpool. Antoine Griezmann, he's on loan at Atletico Madrid. So far, Griezmann has played in Spain for his entire career. Don't forget, at one point Manchester United were close to getting Griezmann, but Atletico Madrid got that transfer ban, so we didn't get him. Joao Felix, he's very, very good. Atletico also have Matthias Cunha. He's out with injury at the moment. Yannick Carrasco, they've got him. They've also got Angel Correa. Marcos Llorente, they have him. They have Hector Herrera. Daniel Wass, they signed him in January. He was the replacement for Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier left Atletico Madrid last month to go to Newcastle. They've got Jose Jimenez. Atletico Madrid's first choice goalkeeper is Jan Oblak. Manchester United were linked with him a while ago. So there you go. Atletico Madrid have lost a few players. Like I've just said, they lost Kieran Trippier. Last year, they loaned Saul Niguez out to Chelsea. Saul Niguez has been very poor at Chelsea. And they let Thomas Partey go a few years ago. Diego Simeone is the manager of Atletico Madrid. He's been Atletico Madrid's manager for around a decade, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving manager. He's got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2024. I'd take Diego Simeone as Manchester United's next manager. Man United have been in for him before. Atletico Madrid beat Osasuna today 3-0. Not so long ago, Atletico Madrid lost to Levante 1-0. That was a surprise. Atletico Madrid are now 4th in La Liga. Manchester United do play Leeds tomorrow. So we've got 2 big games coming up. The Champions League is the only chance that Man United have got of winning the trophy this season. I'm very sceptical we'll win the Champions League. So it's going to be another trophyless season for Man United. You know, Man United have not won the Champions League since 2008. We've won the Champions League 3 times. You know, Man United have not won anything since 2017. That's 5 years ago now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Now, earlier on today, I give you an update on Graham Potter. It said Graham Potter is on Man United's radar as they search for a new manager. Jurgen Klopp has given his verdict on Man United's links with Graham Potter. Graham Potter has been impressive at Brighton. He's been Brighton's manager for nearly 3 years. He's got a contract with Brighton until 2025. Before Brighton, he managed Swansea, and before then, he managed Ostersund. So if Graham Potter did become Man United's next manager, do you think he'd replicate what he's done at Brighton? I think Man United's next permanent manager will either be Mauricio Pochettino or Erik ten Hag. Mauricio Pochettino to Man United is in doubt now because Real Madrid are interested, and Ralf Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become the club's next manager, and there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. I think Erik ten Hag would be capable of winning trophies at Man United. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's developed the young players well. He's won a couple of titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go, and he's been Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in 2017. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Ajax is the 4th club in his managerial career. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves. And before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. You know, Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. Man United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson was sacked. David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, Romano said not so long ago that Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job, but I'm sceptical that he'll get the Man United job on a permanent basis. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 3 months. He's Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did initially say that Rangnick will take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. So far, Rangnick's managed 14 games in all competitions as Man United's interim manager. He's lost 2 games so far in all competitions. He's only lost 1 game in the league. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in the January transfer window, and Rangnick actually got promised he was going to get backed. He's endured 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window because Man United did not make any signings, and Man United wanted to sign a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Lingard and Henderson should have left last month, but Manchester United blocked their exits. And we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of last month. Man United did loan quite a few players out last month though. We loaned Martial out to Sevilla, we loaned Donny van de Beek out to Everton, we loaned Amad Diallo out to Rangers, Ethan Laird went out on loan, Axel Tuanzebe went out on loan to Napoli, and Teden Menga went out on loan to Birmingham. So around 8 players left last month. But in the summer, I'm expecting Man United to make signings, but on the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club in the summer. Rangnick, before Manchester United, he was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. And I've got to give Rangnick credit because he has made changes since he's come in. Revert back to earlier on this season, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. The players who I think will leave Man United in the summer, Edinson Cavani, he will leave. Not so long ago it said that Edinson Cavani is expected to leave as a free agent in the summer, and Cavani prefers a move to La Liga. Earlier on this season, Rangnick did reveal that Cavani wanted to stay at Man United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Man United got him on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani's not available at the moment because he's out with injury. Cavani's had a few injuries since he signed for the club. Cristiano Ronaldo, he could quit Man United in the summer. Don't forget, it said not so long ago that Cristiano Ronaldo is set to become the new Man United captain to replace Harry Maguire. But it's not going to happen because Rangnick said that Harry Maguire will remain Man United captain at least until the end of the season. Ronaldo scored in the 2-0 win against Brighton. It was an amazing goal, and reflecting on that, that ended his goal drought, and it was his first goal of 2022. Ronaldo should have had more than 1 goal against Brighton because he had some good headed chances. His overall performance against Brighton was very good. and Ronaldo will play tomorrow against Leeds. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. And Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears the number 7 shirt. His contract at Manchester United expires next year, but there is an option to extend his contract for a further year. And Ronaldo receives nearly £500,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Ronaldo has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. I reckon Lingard will leave Man United in the summer. Lingard should have left last month, but we blocked his exit. Revert back to last month, it was Newcastle and West Ham that were battling it out for Jesse Lingard. They wanted to get him on loan. Lingard's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time. He risen up our academy in that, but he doesn't get in the team. Juan Mata, I can see him leaving in the summer. Mata's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Don't have a great deal of a perception on Mata now because he doesn't get in our team. He lost his place in the team a while ago. And he's lost that yard of pace and he's ageing up. But despite all of that, Juan Mata has had a good career at Manchester United. He's made around 277 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. And he's been a Man United player for 8 years now. Man United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. And Donny van der Beek, I think he wants a permanent exit away from Man United. Well, if Donny van der Beek does well at Everton, I reckon Everton will get him permanently. I haven't watched much of Donny van der Beek since he went to Everton. But we definitely made the right decision loaning him out because Van der Beek didn't get enough opportunities at Man United. Man United got Van der Beek from Ajax. We got him for £40 million. And Martial, if he does well at Sevilla, Sevilla may consider getting him on a permanent basis. Matic, he'll leave Manchester United in the summer. Matic is out of contract at Man United in the summer. I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's ageing up and that, but despite all of that, he's had his good games at Man United. He's not one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Man United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for £40 million. I recently give you the news on Paul Pogba. It said Paul Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. Pogba's out of contract in the summer, but not so long ago it said Pogba would be open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. And revert back to earlier on this season, it said Pogba would be willing to stay at Man United as long as Ralf Rangnick is the manager for next season, because it mentioned that Pogba has been impressed by Ralf Rangnick since his arrival. And I've got to give Pogba credit because he's done really well since he recovered from injury. Pogba didn't start in the 2-0 win against Brighton, but he came on and he got an assist and he made some nice touches. Did well in the 1-1 draw against Southampton, but unfortunately had a goal disallowed in that game. He also did well in the game at Turf Moor against Burnley because he scored in that one. That was his first goal of the season, and he also did well on his return in the cup game against Middlesbrough. If you do remember rightly, Pogba won the penalty in normal time in that game. Pogba is injury prone because he's endured a few injuries since he re-signed. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. Manchester United paid £89 million for Paul Pogba, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. I reckon Jones and Bai will leave in the summer as well, because they don't really get in the team. I think Bai's a good centre-half, but he's too injury prone. I think we'll look to sell Harry Maguire in the summer because Maguire's not good enough to represent the club. A lot of United fans have been demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire, but like I've already said, he's going to remain Man United captain at least until the end of the season. Rangnick confirmed that. Maguire was alright against Brighton though, to be fair, but one good game's not going to change our perception on him. You know, Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Behind Pogba. And Maguire's been at Man United over 2 years now, and he's endured a few injuries since he signed. I reckon we'll sell Wan-Bissaka in the summer because he's not good enough to represent the club. Plus, he doesn't get in the team now because Delors our first choice right back under Rangnick. Wan-Bissaka defensively is good, but the attacking side of his game lets him down. And you think Delors and Tellez could leave in the summer, and Henderson, he'll leave in the summer as well, because Henderson doesn't really get in goal because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season, not so long ago. Henderson got arrested for abusing his girlfriend. Earlier on this season, Henderson had COVID for a while. The Glazers, we need to get them out because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16 and a half years. The Glazers bought Manchester United for 500 million back in 2005. Don't forget, towards the end of last season, the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. So reflecting on that, at the time there was United fans protesting against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford. But in the end, the Glazers did end up apologising. Well, that's what Solskjaer mentioned at the time. Towards the end of last season, it said the Glazers were only willing to sell Man United, but for only $4 billion. Richard Arnold, obviously, he's our chief executive. He replaced Ed Woodward at the beginning of this month. Woodward stepped down. That was good news from a Man United perspective because he was one of the biggest issues at the club for several years. You know, Woodward was at Manchester United for around 17 years. I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. Since Ferguson retired, like I said to you, we've been playing catch up. Nothing much has changed at Man United, even though we have sacked 4 managers since Ferguson. Man United have only won, 4 trophies in 10 years. We've spent over 1.3 billion since Ferguson. So there. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.